Hi, I'm Christy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm here with another Is It Worth the Read video, where I am going to be talking all about Christmas and holiday romances. All right, I'm so excited for today's video. Like I mentioned, this is another edition of Yes, No, Maybe. Is it worth the read? Today, I'm going to be focusing on holiday and Christmas romances that I have already read so far for the year to let you know if you should put them on your TBR, on your read list for the holiday season. I'm so excited. I have, I think, 14, 15 possibly to talk about, and I cannot wait. One thing though, before we get into the video, that is an absolute yes for me is shopping from Ana Luisa Jewelry. I am so obsessed with their jewelry. They were so nice and kind and sent me some pieces to share with you today. First up, they sent me this gorgeous gold layering necklace, which is perfect for layering with all other types of necklace stacks that I want to do. I also love this one because it has like an adjustable chain, so you can have it longer, you can have it shorter, depending on the look you're doing. I have it paired with this other gorgeous piece from them, which is this adorable little like charm heart necklace. Another piece that I'm absolutely obsessed with is this gorgeous gold kind of flower charm and pearl bracelet. So obsessed with this look. You know I'm a pearl girl for life and a gold girl. So I've actually been absolutely obsessed with Ana Luisa Jewelry for years. This is another piece that I actually got 2 years ago from them. This is a gold and pearl bracelet, which actually is going to look perfect with my new piece, the matching like pearl setup. I'm so obsessed. They're a jewelry company that I'm absolutely obsessed with. Like I mentioned, I got this piece from them over 2 years ago. I wear it all the time. I've traveled with it. I've gone on Disney trips with it. I have done all the things imaginable with their jewelry, and it holds up just so well. So I'm so excited to have these gorgeous new pieces to add to my collection. I can't wait to layer with them and just have them incorporated into future outfits. I'm already so excited. Actually, right now is the perfect opportunity to treat yourself, shop for friends, shop for family, do all of your like early holiday shopping, or just go treat yourself, because they are having a Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal. Everything on their site is up to 30% off. And if you spend $130 right now, they're going to add in another free piece of jewelry. So definitely a treat for yourself. Go treat yourself, treat your friends for the holiday season. Thank you so much again to Ana Luisa for hooking me up with these pieces. I've been wearing them all the time. Definitely go shop from them. My link is in the description of the video, so you can get all of the pieces I'm wearing. You can find some pieces for yourself, for your friends, for the holiday season. So thank you again to Ana Luisa. All right, so now that we have that out of the way, the jewelry is an absolute yes. We're gonna get back into the books for the video, and I'm going to talk about the 14 Christmas romances I have read so far this year and let you know yes, no, maybe if you should check them out, if you should add them to your TBR for the holiday season. So let's get into it. Again, as always, everything's gonna be linked in the description of the video. So if you miss any of the books and you wanna go grab them as well, they're all gonna be linked below for you with the titles and the authors. So let's hop into it. First up is The Gingerbread Bakery by Lori Gilmore. This one is an absolute yes for me. If you want cozy small town, but make it holiday, make it seasonal, her series always hits for me. This is book 5 in her Dream Harbor series, and while they're all standalones, they're kind of interconnected, so you see a lot of the friends and characters featured often throughout the series. This is a couple in a book that I've been looking forward to the most. It's second chance between a couple who actually like really toes that line between hate and love, and it is just done so well. So obsessed with this one. They have been in one another's lives for years, like since childhood. They had a moment in the past that you see with the flashbacks, and I'm just obsessed with this one. It had me kicking my feet, screaming in glee. I loved it. It was so adorable. Definitely check out The Gingerbread Bakery. All right, next one is Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal by Megan Quinn. This one is going to be a maybe from me. I feel like her books, you have to kind of be in the mood for the rom-com style of them. I would say in particular her holiday ones definitely lean more into rom-com, so know that before going in. I feel like though hers are amazing on audio, so if you're in the mood for holiday rom-com type of level of humor and fun, definitely check it out and definitely grab the audiobook. It was such a fun audio experience. I had a fun time with this one. This is the second book in her holiday romance series she's been writing. So she had How My Neighbor Stole Christmas last year. This is a follow-up, kind of exists in the same series, in the same world, in the same town, I should say. And so it is small town, holiday hijinks. His family owns a Christmas tree farm, and she is there to help her uncle set up his own tree farm. So it's kind of like these rival Christmas tree farm setup. The hero is very into the heroine. There's some meddling characters in there. I had a fun time with it, but I feel like you have to be in the mood for holiday rom-com. So if you are, check it out. So I'd say maybe, depending on your reading mood. Next up is Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. This one is an absolute yes for me. This is one of my favorite books from this author. I had so much fun with this one. So in here, the hero is actually the ghost of Christmas past, and he is tasked with coming back to haunt the heroine for the holiday season. And so he has always just looked at his assignments as just that, as an assignment. moment to kind of just see what the people need to reflect on from their past. And so when he meets the heroine who owns an antique shop, she's just super sweet. She's a people pleaser. She just does her best to be a good person. He's a little confused of why he's there to kind of teach her lessons on her past, because from the memories they're jumping into, they can't really see anything, you know, that's supposedly needing fixing with the heroine. So it kind of goes from there. I was obsessed with this one. So good. Had such a fun time reading it. I actually kind of want to reread it now that it's closer to the holiday season because I had an arc of it, but I loved this one. Definitely one of the ones that I feel like everybody should check out this holiday season. Definitely go grab Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. All right, next up is The Bright Side of Christmas by Morgan Elizabeth. This one is actually going to be another yes from me. I feel like this video is off to a great start. This one I absolutely loved. I read an arc of it and had so much fun. Morgan Elizabeth is a little hit and miss for me, but I feel like her holiday kind of Christmassy romances really work for me. So in this one, the heroine is a school teacher, and she is again another very much people pleaser, which I totally have been in the past, so I totally get these characters. And basically in here, the heroine is always helping out people around her, helping out her friends, taking on tasks for coworkers, just always doing the most that she can to help others. And so the hero shows up, and he is her new next door neighbor. The hero is kind of like hiding out or wants a fresh new start in town. He was I think he was like in a boy band, or he was in a popular band, and then now he is more of a songwriter. And so basically he wants a place where he can just focus on his craft, work on writing new songs. He's kind of in a bit of a rut. And so he moves to this new small town to kind of get away from people who know him. And so he is next door neighbors to the heroine, and they have some moments where they kind of argue and banter back and forth in the beginning because she is huge on decorating for the holiday season. And so she's trying to convince him to take part in the neighborhood like decorating, and he is so against Christmas, which just hurts her heart. And so there's a fun little like bantering moments of her trying to decorate his place for him in the night and things like that. And it goes from there. There's like a snowed in moment at one point. There's a lot of forced proximity. They're neighbors. And in here, I loved how the hero is trying to convince the heroine to put herself first, look at herself as number one, and stop taking on all these extra tasks of wearing herself out. He wants her to kind of be selfish and just do things that she wants to do instead of always saying yes to people. So I totally related to the people pleasing of this. I had so much fun. Loved these characters. Definitely check out The Bright Side of Christmas by Morgan Elizabeth. Next up is Cowboy It's Cold Outside by Maisie Yates. This one's going to be a no from me. I actually had some high expectations for this one. I had an audio ALC of this one. I was super excited to jump into it, but I definitely feel like it just didn't hit for me. This one I was expecting like this really fun kind of cowboy holiday romance, and instead it has like a more serious tone to it. The hero and the heroine have actually known one another for a while. This is actually the 12th book in a series, which I did not know before jumping in. So there is a lot of like family history between the characters in here, which I feel like it did a good job of explaining kind of their background and situation, but it probably would have helped having that previous knowledge from the prior books. So in here, basically, the hero's father was responsible for the death of the heroine's father. And so he has always looked at it as his responsibility, kind of the sins of the father situation, where he wants to make things better, make amends to the heroine and her sisters that she had to raise. And so in here, the heroine kind of hasn't had nothing to do with him, but she wants to open up this like axe throwing bar, and she needs help, needs money to open the business. So she goes to him for help. So it's kind of like an enemy families situation, a lot of forced proximity of them opening this bar and kind of going into business together. In here, this one I would say is really less holiday than it shows on the cover. Like Christmas time, holiday season doesn't kick in until like 80% into the story, which I kind of just wanted like cowboy western vibes, but holiday. So it was a little misleading for me. I didn't have a good time with it, sadly. It was just okay. So it would be a no from me personally. Next is Say It Isn't Snow by Veronica Eden. So this is an author that I have read for years. I have fun times with her books. This one is going to be a maybe from me. I didn't have the best time with it, but I feel like some people might enjoy it if you jump into it. So this one is basically a best friend brother situation where the hero is a hockey player. He was fired for some reasons, which actually he was not in the wrong, but he is kind of dealing with that. And so he decides to go to his family's holiday cabin for the season. And the heroine as well, she is supposed to meet her best friend, the hero's sister, there to spend the holidays with her. And so there's this like snowstorm. They get snowed in together. They're the only two that show up, and it ends up being their like cutesy little forced proximity romance. I will say this one felt very insta-lusty for me, which isn't my favorite thing. It's kind of on the longer side of a novella, but again, I've read other novellas that aren't insta-lusty, so I know that's not a thing that they have to have. So it just didn't work for me with that aspect. And here they have had like some history in the past. They like shared a kiss. They're kind of had like some secret hookups in the past, so they're kind of dealing with that as well. And it kind of goes from there. It was okay for me overall. The heroine's a baker. The hero's like this hockey player who has been fired. and it's their romance. Very quick. It was okay for me. Next is The Duke Who Ruined Christmas by Scarlett Scott. This one is part of her holiday Christmas romance series. She had another standalone in this series last Christmas that I absolutely loved. This one I would say is a yes for me, especially if you're in the mood for a holiday historical romance. You know I love historical romances. Scarlett Scott is one of my favorite indie historical romance authors. So this one was pretty cute and fun. This one is a novella, which I feel like is the perfect read for me for holidays or like seasonal reads. I love a novella. So in here, the heroine is actually an American heiress, and she is best friends with the hero's two sisters. They all went to boarding school together, kind of got up to some shenanigans, and now the heroine's back in the US living. She's actually been trying to convince her best friends to come and visit her, but their brother, the hero, is always saying no. So she decides that this year she's going to take it into her own hands, and she's going to go to London to go visit and surprise them instead. But when she gets there, her friends are actually not home because it was a surprise, so they didn't know she was coming. And instead she's snowed in with the hero. He is kind of like cold, grumpy, broody duke. So very much somebody who has an icy heart, and the heroine starts to thaw out his heart and starts to fall for him. And it kind of goes from there. Grumpy sunshine vibes. I had a fun time. Holiday historical romance. Definitely go check it out. Next is 'Tis the Season for a Cowboy by Ava Hunter. This one is absolute yes for me. I'm realizing that a lot of these I need to go grab physical copies of because I've been obsessed with some of the releases this year. This one I really enjoyed. I feel like Ava Hunter, her like cowboy western romances really work for me, and this was another one that really worked. This is a standalone. It's second chance between a divorced couple. I will say definitely check content warnings in here because there is some heavier themes and conversations going on around this couple and with a loss of a child in the past for them. So definitely know that before jumping in because it does deal with heavier themes. But this one was a yes for me. I love a more angsty. I love a second chance. So this kind of had all the things that I wanted in it. This is a kind of opposites attract. The heroine was a city girl. The hero is a country boy. His family owns like a ranch. They also own like a Christmas tree farm. And basically in here, when the hero and the heroine got divorced, they had this cabin that they decided to kind of share custody of this cabin. So they kind of alternate different years of going and staying at it for the holiday season. And this year it's the heroine's turn. It is also her 30th birthday. So she's just looking forward to getting away and kind of just escaping into her like safe place that she loves. And the hero shows up. So she's like, what are you doing here? It's my holiday season to have at the cabin. And it goes from there. I love this one. I love a second chance. The cowboy setting was so fun, and the connection between the characters, just so good. Love this one. Definitely check it out. Speaking of cowboys, the next one is Dreaming of a Cowboy Christmas by Anne Einerson. This is another one that's going to be a yes from me. Like I said, I'm having so much fun with the holiday romance releases this year. So this one is one where the setup is so fun. So basically in here, the heroine is somebody who works and lives in a city, and she has recently got broken up with, and she didn't say yes to her family's holiday plans because she was planning to spend it with her now ex. And so she's like, I have nowhere to go for the holiday season. My family's away. Let me go make like a me trip. Let me go to Arizona, book this like Airbnb or like some type of like vacation rental. And when she gets there, she realizes that she was scammed and the place doesn't even exist. And so she's out of money and out of a place to stay. And then the hero shows up because he is this hot, older, grumpy cowboy, and she's on his property. And he's like, excuse me, what are you doing here? This one was honestly so fun, super hot, super steamy. And here the hero is actually 20 years older than the heroine. So we're definitely leaning into that age gap. And it was just so fun. I loved the like forced proximity of them. Of course, it's like a little quick because like obviously you're not going to go stay at a complete stranger's house, but you know, it works for the book for romance reasons. And this was just so fun. I loved it. So definitely check it out for the holiday season as well. This is Dreaming of a Cowboy Christmas by Anne Einerson. Next up are 4 novellas, part of the Home Sweet Holidays romance novella collection that is on Amazon right now through Kindle Unlimited and Prime Reading. They all come with Read and Listen. This is actually one that I did a series guide for on my channel recently, so definitely go check that out. I'll link it below. I did this one last week on release date, but this series overall was kind of hit and miss for me. I had fun because I just love a holiday Christmas novella, but some of them I definitely enjoyed more than others. First up is No Place Like Home by Laura Pavlov. This is the one where I wanted to read the collection because of this book alone, and this one I was kind of a little disappointed with, not gonna lie. I usually love Laura Pavlov books, but this one I feel like was just missing some of the usual like charm and emotional elements that some of her small town series do. And I get that it was just a novella, but again, you're going to see as I talk about this novella collection, some of the authors, their novellas really worked in here for me for different reasons. So this one is a small town. This whole series is just kissing only, by the way. So there's no steam, nothing happening on page, nothing even kind of alluded to. This one's very short. Like this whole collection, they're like 50 to 80 pages. And this one we have mutual pining. It is brother's best friend, small town. Basically in here, the heroine has crushed on her brother's best friend, the hero, for years. Since childhood, they've been in each other's lives. The hero was always like the football star. He went on to become an actor or a celebrity celebrity. So he's super famous and he just like keeps getting better with time. And so he's home for the holiday season because it's the heroine's brother's birthday, where the hero is the best man. Of course, the heroine's going to be there as well. And it is now their time to kind of give into their feelings. So there's that mutual pining and it kind of goes from there. Very quick, kissing only. This one was okay for me. So like a maybe, I guess. Like I said, the whole series is on Kindle Unlimited and Prime Reading with Read and Listen. So I feel like for that aspect alone, maybe just check them all out because they're really short, like bite-sized reads. But this one would personally be like a maybe for me. Next is You Better Not Pout by Mia Sosa. So this one's going to be a no from me. This was my least favorite in the collection. This is one where they kind of touted it as a second chance, but it's basically just like a broken engagement where the hero and the heroine broke up like a week before they're supposed to go home for the holidays to visit all of their family. And they decide that they don't want to tell their family that they broke up. So they're going to pretend and fake still be together. And so it kind of goes from there. I felt like the second chance of it all just didn't really feel very second chance for me because like I said, they broke up the previous week and they really just needed to have a conversation, which they have in this novella, about like they were kind of getting stressed with their upcoming wedding and they just kind of want to take a look at their relationship. So they really just had to do that and then get back on the same page together. So I felt like it was a little bit lacking for me. So overall, this one was a no for me. Next is Marian Bright by Ali Rosen. This was the only new to me author in this collection, and this one actually blew me out of the water. This is the one that I loved the most. So this one's an absolute yes. In this one, we actually get Christmas and Hanukkah rep, which I love to see. The heroine in here is Jewish. And so in this one, the hero and the heroine are both on a plane together and they're traveling back home for the holidays. And they're both anxious flyers. They're super stressed out. And so they decide to have some champagne together and they come up with this wild idea after, of course, talking and connecting that maybe they should help each other out and be each other's fake dates for the holiday season. So the hero's like, I will go to all of your family's Hanukkah celebrations if you join me for my family's Christmas celebrations, because they realize they live in the same town. Their families are kind of like in a neighboring community, and it goes from there. I loved this one. It has some emotional elements, which you know I need in my romances. I really connected to the characters. I feel like they were so fleshed out, and this is kind of what I mean when some novellas can do it better, and like they don't have to be all just like insta-lovey, insta-lusty. They can have connections. You can feel this depth between these characters, and in this one I really felt like that. So this one I loved. The hero is a football player. He's dealing with an injury, as well as he has been widowed in the past, so he has a lot going on. The heroine as well. So I just had so much fun with this one. Love this one. This is Marian Bright by Ali Rosen. One thing I love about these collections is that I can usually find new to me authors to try out, and now I want to go read more from this author. So for that alone, the collection was a win for me. All right, the last one in the collection is All Wrapped Up in You by Rosie Danan. This one's going to be a maybe. It was okay for me overall. This one is basically where the heroine is a female comedian. The hero is an ER doctor. They actually are neighbors in the same apartment building, but they don't realize that until multiple meetings within the book. And so basically in here, it starts off with the heroine about to do a stand-up kind of comedy show, and she's stressed out and having a panic attack. He can obviously see that she's going through it, but he realizes that, you know what, she has coping methods and she's getting through it. Like, it's not her first rodeo with this. And so he just kind of sits there and talks to her through it and talks to her after. And so they have this little moment. She goes on, does her show, he watches, they go their separate ways. A little bit later, they meet up again because she actually has to go to the ER to get stitches. The hero is there and the doctor who does the stitches for her. And so again, they have this like little like kind of flirty moment, go their separate ways. And then at the very end of the book is when they run into one another at their apartment buildings and they realize that they're neighbors, and they've actually been communicating back and forth through like text messages for different things regarding to like lost packages or their plants needing watered, kind of things like that. So they already kind of know one another, and it goes from there of them deciding to spend the holiday season together. And this one I feel like it's less holiday than all the rest in the collection. So if you want that, definitely check this one out. I feel like it was fun. A lot of like meet cute moments over and over, and it was a cute fun time, just like not anything spectacular, if that makes sense. So this one would be a maybe for me. So again, a maybe for me. This whole collection though is on Kindle Unlimited and Prime Reading with Read and Listen. So I mean, definitely go check them out. They're super short and they're a fun, cute time. All right, and then one that would actually be a no from me because I did DNF it. I was only 10-15% in, but I feel like it was just really not everything I wanted, and the writing really felt all over the place. So this is The Christmas Catch by Hannah Gray. I was actually really excited for this one because it's one that's set in Maine, and basically in here the heroine is like working for this realtor who wants to purchase the land in Maine, like hundreds of acres on the coast, and the hero is a lobster fisherman, and basically she is sent to the small town for the holiday season to convince the landowners to sell to her company. and it's their supposedly romance, but I feel like the writing just didn't work for me. This was my first time reading from this author, and I feel like it was just a miss for me overall. Like, I didn't connect to the characters. They were both kind of rude and kind of brash, and I just didn't get the connection. I wasn't invested in either of their POVs, so I actually DNF'd this one at 15% in. So I mean, it's gonna be a no from me. All right, last and certainly not least is Better Not Pout by Maren Moore. Again, I absolutely loved this one, so this is gonna be another yes from me. I feel like this video overall has gone so well. So many of these Christmas romances have worked for me this year, and I kind of love that. This is a kind of forced proximity one where the hero and the heroine own neighboring businesses in a small town. So in here, the heroine is working at a candy shop that her family has owned for generations, kind of this like vintage candy shop. She loves being a candy maker, and basically at the start of the story, her and her best friend decide to write letters for Santa, because there's like this Santa's mailbox in their store where they decide to write kind of the perfect idea of a man for them, I should say. So she writes out all these qualities of like what would be her perfect guy, and then the next day her letter goes missing, but the hero shows up next door, and he is literally checking off everything off of her list to Santa about the perfect guy for her, and so she's a little thrown off, and it kind of goes from there. I had so much fun with this one. It was so charming and fun, very, very spicy. I had a good time with it overall, so definitely check out this one from Maren Moore this holiday season as well. All right, so those are all of the Christmas romances that I've read so far this year, the ones that I've loved, the ones I would say maybe skip, maybe check out, all the things. Definitely let me know if you're going to be checking out any of these. If you're going to go grab them, I have them all linked below for you to check out. If you've had any holiday romances you've read this year that you've absolutely loved, definitely let me know, because I want to check out all the things of this holiday season. And of course, thanks again to Ana Luisa for hooking me up with these gorgeous new jewelry pieces. Again, definitely check them out. They're an absolute yes for me. Go check out the link below I have in the description of the video to go grab some jewelry to treat yourself, treat your friends and family for this holiday season. Their Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals, everything is up to 30% off. You can get a free gift if you spend $130. And like I mentioned, these are their best deals. They're not going to have another better deal for months to come. So definitely go stock up, treat yourself this holiday season. Thank you again to them for sending me these gorgeous pieces. I'm obsessed. I love them so much. So definitely check out the description of the video for all the info you're going to need for the books, the jewelry pieces, all the things. If you want to leave me an emoji in the comments today to let me know that you watched this video, leave me like the shopping bag emojis for going to grab all of these things, treating yourself, treating your friends this holiday season. Leave me a shopping bag in the comments. And if you haven't done so yet, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.